The production supervisor at a particular office products company finds that it takes 4 hours to manufacture each table for one of its special dining room sets. And let's see, each chair takes 9 hours to manufacture. A total of 9,000 hours is available to produce tables and chairs of this style. The linear equation that models the solution is 4x plus 9y equals 9,000, where x represents the number of tables produced and y is the number of chairs produced. Okay, and I didn't write down what I was supposed to do, but that's okay. So we're just going to make it as we go. So the first question here that we are asked is, what does the question that the book is focusing on is it wants you to find the intercepts. This helps us graph it, right? But it also then allows us to see kind of what, okay, if I only produce this, and obviously that makes no sense, right? Makes no sense if you're making dining room chairs to only produce chairs. So if I produce, 0, let's see here, what did it say X was? So I'm going to write this down as tables and chairs. I find that helps me a lot. You can see X represents the number of tables right here. And I find that it really helps me to have kind of a visual of that. So a lot of times I will write down somewhere what's going on. Okay, so now I want to know, what if I produce all chairs? A dumb idea, but still, it gives me an idea. So I want to know what the tables are. I said that. Okay, if I produce all chairs. So this is one of the intercepts, right? So I'm going to put in 0 for my x. So then I'm going to get 9y equals 9,000. So then I could produce 1,000 chairs. Okay, if I only produce chairs. Now what about all tables? Well, that's going to be tables 0, right? So now I'm going to put in 0 for y, and I'm going to get 4x equals 9,000. And then I'm going to do 9,000 divided by 4. So I'm going to get 2,050 because, of course, tables were faster to make. So manufacture table, each chair takes, man, those chairs take a lot of effort, don't they? I would thought it'd be reversed. That's why I was going back and looking. I'm like, that's it. So we could produce 2,250 tables. That's what you get when an algorithm gives you outputs. You get crazy things. I'm looking at that going, that doesn't make any sense. But it's me. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be darn. Okay, so now the other thing that a lot of these problems were doing is they were asking you just for a value. So I could say that suppose I make 50 tables, okay? Then how many chairs can I produce? So since X is the number of tables, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do 4 times 50 plus 9y equals 9,000. So then 9y equals, okay, so I have over here 4 times 50, which is 200. So then I have 9,000 minus 200, which is 8,800. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to divide it by 9. And you're going to get a decimal. I got 977.777 repeating. But of course, I didn't get that last chair produced, so I only produced 977 chairs. It's one of those cases where you always have to round down because you didn't finish producing it. So if I only have 9,000 hours available and I did 50 tables, I'm only going to get 977 chairs done. I'm not going to get that 978th done because then I'd be over my allotted time. Now, if I wanted to graph this, so I'm going to come over here to Desmos, and this is when, and in the first section, I gave you some options on that. I find that this can be really helpful on some of these bigger number ones. And so you can see here, I can't even see it till I go out. Okay. And this is where if you wanted to, if you came over here to this wrench, you could do that versus what I did, which was just use the scroller bar on my mouse. But then you can see right here, there's my 1,000 and my 2,250. And I can see here that I can come find all these different values. I can put my number where, okay, I want to know this one. It's going to give me all those different values for me. So hopefully this gives you some idea of what's going on. And obviously here, like this continues off going the negative. We're not going to produce negative tables or negative chairs. this is definitely going to be only this chunk. It's going to go from here to here. This graph would have ends. It wouldn't continue on indefinitely.